All right, 4:05 p.m. action, Bebsy. We're talking Raiders, Chargers. Total opens up at 52.5. It's now up to 53. Chargers open up as 2-point favorites. It's now down to 1 at some books. Pick 'em at some books. 1.5 at others. Cold in LA. So it's warm everywhere. And then for whatever reason, Sunday, it starts getting cooler in LA. It's hot there right now, but it's cool on Sunday. 61 Fahrenheit, mostly sunny, 8 miles per hour. Raiders snapped 11-game losing streak in games played below 50 degrees by winning 16-6 at Cleveland on Sunday. And it was a big morale booster for the club. They allowed the fewest points since 2012. And then Jacobs, I didn't beat myself up because I went 2-0 on props, but it was that stupid knee barking thing that they said about him for the first couple of days of missing practice. And when we were talking about it on Sunday, I asked her, I was like, do you think that was just an excuse for him to take a breather, watch some film? Because he said he was watching all the film, and that is what it was. 31 carries for a season high, 128 yards. That should have put money in my pocket, and I'm angry that it didn't. Most rushes for a Raiders player since 2007. The 45 runs for the Raiders in total. 14 other players rushed the ball. 14 other times they rushed the ball without Jacobs. Most in the game for the Raiders in 8 years. Derek Carr, 15-24, 112 yards, 1 TD, 0 picks. Waller led the receiving corps with just 5 catches for 28 yards. Second straight week, the Raiders were held without a sack. Only 1 quarterback hit. Bebsy, this game is very tricky.
Couldn't agree more.
Bullish on a couple spots. This game, I don't know what to do with. I don't think Trent Brown will be back in the lineup. IV mishap. His pregame IV did not go well. Air entered the bloodstream, rushed to the hospital right away. Now, Denzel Good, Brandon Parker were great. Henry Ruggs struggling, Bebsy. 2 catches for 35 yards 2 weeks ago. 2 catches for 8 yards last week. I know it was a tough spot. Defensive tackle Maurice Hurst hurt his ankle. It's not considered serious. That was in the game. Safety Jeff Heath also left the game with a hip injury. Both of those guys are not expected to miss time. Cornerback Damon Arnett injured his wrist. He's expected to go on the IR. The Raiders dominated time of possession. Listen to these stats, Bebsy. They had 3 drives that took at least 8 minutes off the clock. 5 drives of at least 10 plays. That's just the second time they've done that in 18 seasons. The Raiders limited the Browns to 6 drives all game. That's the fewest in any game in the past 30 years. And now they go into the Chargers. I don't want to talk for too long. Let's talk about the Raiders right now. What do you think of that 16-6 win? What do you think of their chances here on Sunday?
I mean, if you gave me a free play, I would take the Raiders. I just feel like they're a better team headed in the right direction right now versus a Chargers team that, look, they're blowing big leads left, right, and center. It's embarrassing. It's all on the shoulders of Anthony Lynn. And then they go out and they trade Desmond King, former All-Pro nickel corner, for a 6th-round pick. Look, the Chargers organization has been a mess at the top for a long time. And I heard that deal had everything to do with the fact that somebody in the organization doesn't like him. But how do you let a player out the door, that talent out the door for a 6th-round pick? You got nothing for that guy? That's insane to me. That's insane to me when you look at the Niners moved Quan Alexander, who's finished 3 seasons on the IR, and he's costing $16.5 million, and they got a 5th for him from the Saints. And here you are trading away Desmond King for a 6th. That's just mind-boggling to me. And so for that, I gotta lean on the Raiders here just because they're not as dysfunctional right now. That said, look, we've seen how good the Chargers can be, and this is a divisional game, so it's really hard for me to take a strong side in this one. But what a disaster the Chargers organization is.
I wish I could trade spots with Anthony Lynn just to show the world that how easy it is to do a better job than him. Chargers, that 31-30 loss at Denver, they spent the majority of the second half with a 95% chance of winning. With 6:19 left in the third quarter, they're up 24-3 with a 98.8% chance of winning.
The first team in NFL history to blow 4 straight games when leading by 16 points. That's wildly terrible.
Yeah, they are. And teams when leading by 17 or more points this year are 52-4. The Chargers are now 0-3.
What a disaster.
Yeah. Real Jolly Roger said I replace Lynn with any 12-year-old Madden player. It always comes down to Madden. When I see these guys make these mistakes, I'm like, what the fuck? Did you not play Madden? So Herbert joins Deshaun Watson as the only quarterbacks in NFL history with 4 straight games with 3 TD passes. That's how good he's been. I was surprised when I read that stat.
He's been excellent while Anthony Lynn has been terrible. And look, you were on it way earlier than me. I was pro Anthony Lynn to start the year, and I'm at the stage now. And I've always, for years, he's been slow at the gates and turned it around. But this is the one of many problems in Chargers land, wherever they play. They don't play in San Diego anymore. They're just a mess. Top down, Anthony Lynn's got to go. There's still a few coaches that need to be fired. Obviously, Adam Gase being one of them. I think Adam Gase is only there to complete the tank. But, Anthony Lynn has also got to go.
Justin Jackson runs 17 times for 89 yards. Pope ran 10 times for 67 yards. So my whole idea when I made the bet on Herbert over 16.5 yards, rushing yards, was that these guys weren't going to have games like that. So I managed to hit the prop for Herbert. And to me, that says that the market has just got it wrong. So I plan on betting that Herbert prop again, thinking that the market is going to be slow to figure out that he can move the ball on the ground. And this is the perfect game for him to do that with. Quarterbacks, when you need a rush yard prop, you need the quarterback in a tight game, close game where they need these yards. So I plan on going back to the well with the Herbert prop for rush yards over. He goes for 66 2 weeks ago. And then they lined it at 16.5. And we talked about it on the show whether this was a mistake going in it after a big game. But 3 carries it took him to get 21 yards. This is a really tough game. So I'm not making a move on it. Raiders, Chargers, what do you think of this total at 53, Bebsy? I say it because I think it's a little high, but maybe I'm just have this bias of watching that Browns-Raiders game.
Yeah, if anything, a little bit high. But again, both of these teams are capable of putting up points, so it doesn't excite me. I'm off this game entirely. Yeah, I might tail you with that Herbert prop later in the week. We'll see where it's at.
This is a perfect game for that.